Hello and welcome to this episode of Carmen's Coaching Corner. My name is Carmen Payne and I'm the owner and creator of SOAR Transformational Life Coaching. And this episode is about what is coaching. Often when people ask me what I do and I say I'm a coach, there's some preconceived idea in their mind of what a coach actually is. They sometimes think that I might be a therapist or a counselor or a consultant, and coaches really aren't that. I mean, there's an aspect of that in a coaching role, but I'm going to share this information with you just so that you might be able to use it, so that if you are thinking to work with a coach, you might realize that actually I need a therapist or I need a counselor or I need a consultant to help me with whatever thing it might be that you need help with, whatever issue that you might think that you need help with. So let me start with consultants. So consultants are hired typically to show you how to do something, and they often will do it for you. So big corporations might hire a consulting company to come in and help them fix an issue, but they end up actually taking on their project and doing the project on behalf of that company. For example, Alan Edelman writes something like that: a consultant will get in the car with you and actually drive the car for you, right? Rather than showing you how it's done. So they'll come in and they'll basically drive the car for you. They'll do the project for you, and you can just basically let the consultant do everything. They'll come in with their processes and their templates, and they'll use those to help guide the corporation through something. Maybe, for example, I worked for a corporation where they were trying to understand, once they were taken over by another company, what was their new mission and their values. And so they hired a consultant to come in and help them figure that out. Now, counselors, on the other hand, they will work with you to help you heal some past trauma that you may have experienced, because it's stopping you from moving forward in your life, and it's really becoming something that is the whole focus of your life. And so maybe you've experienced some severe grief or an illness in the family, just some major trauma, maybe something happened in your childhood that you really haven't been able to let go of and fully live your life. And so they assume when they're working with you that there's some healing that needs to be done, that they need to help you through that trauma or that grief. And likewise, therapists will also focus on the past, ask you what's happened in your past to help you heal. And the main difference I understand between counselors and therapists is that therapists have medical training. They're able to give you drugs, prescription drugs, for example, to help you numb whatever emotion that you might be feeling and help you get through your day. And so counselors and therapists have similar roles in that they both focus on the past. They understand that there's a healing that needs to happen, and they ask you the why do I do this question. Why do you do that question? What is it? And they'll focus on things that may have happened to you in your past in order for you to heal. Now, coaches, on the other hand, they focus on their present. So they don't assume that there's any major healing that needs to be done, that there's any trauma that you may have that you need to heal through. Coaches, as I said, are future focused. They want to help you with your goals. They're action orientated. They hold you accountable for whatever you agree to do. They help you from where you are now, to get from where you are now to where you want to be that a new relationship, and you want to break the cycle of who you're dating. Maybe you're dating the same person over and over again, and they'll investigate with you, okay, how do we interrupt that pattern? And are you a high functioning adult? They assume that you're a high functioning adult because they're thinking, they assume when they work with you that you're ready to move forward, right? And sometimes when I'm working with clients, if I can see that no matter how much coaching we're doing and they're not changing their behavior, then there's something more traumatic that needs to be dealt with. So maybe I might refer them to a counselor or a therapist to help them heal that trauma. And then when they're ready, they come work with me. When they're ready to move forward, then they come back to me. Coaches also will make sure that they cheer you along the way, that they'll coach you along the way, and that you really, every time you come back to a session, they will ask you where are you at with the actions that you agreed to commit to doing, and they're not going to judge you if you didn't do them. It's not like that, but it's on you. The onus is back on you. The coach will not, like a consultant, they won't do the work for you. You need to do the work. So the main difference is that consultants will potentially do whatever needs to be done for you, take on the project for you. Counselors and therapists focus on the past and ask you the why question and help you heal. And coaches, there is some healing aspects to the work that coaches do. I mean, I've healed many things through the coaching that I've experienced for myself and with my clients. But their focus is forward focused. It's like, okay, where do you want to be in the future and how can we get you there, right? With that positive mindset. So I hope that this has cleared up any confusion that you may have had, or preconceived ideas that you may have had about what a coach is. And if you have a question that you'd like to ask me that we can do a coaching episode on, please email me at soar.tlc@gmail.com. And please share this video. If you know somebody's thinking about hiring a coach, for example, this video will also help them understand, okay, do I need a therapist, a counselor, a consultant, or a coach, right? So just share the video if you feel that there's somebody you know that would need some clarification around that. And in the verbiage with this video, there's a lot more detail about the difference between the different consultant, therapist, counselor and coaches. And I've also provided a link to my FAQ page on my website, soartlc.com, where you can read some information about, under the FAQ tab, about exactly what a coach does for you. Okay, so in love and light to your transformation and growth, Carmen. To get started, please call or email me or schedule an appointment on my website.